Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to make chicken kebabs for you. Uh, One of my favorite. What we done is we taken 3 kilogram of breast chicken mince. This is a fresh, not come from frozen or ready-made. So what we got is 1 kilogram of onions, which we chopped fine. We got about 100 gram of fresh coriander leaves, chopped fine. Green chilies. These are not bullet chilies. These are green chilies, which are mild ones. There's few versions available. The small ones are really spicy. These are intermediate. We're using 200 gram of that, which we chopped fine as well. Again, it all depends on your taste. Why we're using intermediate chili? Because it adds more flavor, because we're adding more medium. If we just use very hot chilies, you'll use a little bit, but the flavor won't be there. The chili will be there, but the flavor won't be there. So we're using a bit extra, just to add an extra amount. 4 large eggs. What we got here is 2 tablespoons each garlic and ginger, which we crushed both of them. We taken 1.5 bulb, roughly, like 15 cloves of garlic, crushed it, and also same amount ginger. It works out like 2 tablespoons each. We got chili flakes here, 1 tablespoon, salt 1 tablespoon, and cumin 1 tablespoon. We're going to be using about roughly 60-70 grams of cooking oil in it while we're preparing the medium. You can use up to 100 gram or 50 gram if it gives it a good texture. We have got some masalas here. This is Bihari Kebab masala by this company, Shan. And we have a chicken tikka masala. You can add a bit to flavor. We won't add too much. But again, these particular masalas adds beautiful aroma to this. That's why we're going to be using this. To give it a red coloring and good flavor, again, we're using one of these pastes, which is called Kashmiri masala paste, which is available on most Grecian shops and also the big stores. We've got another masala to show you by another company, which is a Sikh Kebab masala. You can use a pinch of that if you wish, but if you don't like too many masalas, don't use them. Again, we won't use any flour in there. Some people like to add flour in there to make the kebab hold better, but we're gonna keep it to original. If you add flour, you're going to moving towards another sort of dish, you see. So we're gonna keep it to a pure chicken kebabs. It does become sort of runny when you add everything in it, but by keeping it overnight in the fridge, and also then you will have to make kebabs very delicately, very carefully make those kebabs and put them onto your pan, because they are not very solid. They are they're not runny, but they are a little bit delicate to handle. So let us show you how to make these beautiful kebabs, and we will give you step-by-step guide. Just extra bit of information here while you are making these kebabs. You can make them once you got the medium ready. Put it in the fridge overnight for it to set properly. It increases in sort of a taste and flavor. The other thing is when you can freeze these kebabs for a long time. Whenever you need to use them, take them out, cook them, and use them. Or you can make fresh if you prefer fresh every time. But to save your time, you can freeze them. How to freeze them is make these kebabs and a single layer and put them in a tray, and then freeze them one by one, and then put them in a bag as a raw. Or you can cook them and also then freeze them and heat them whenever you need to utilize them. They taste equally good 6 months down the line, a year down the line. Awesome, they are one of my favorite. Let us start. What we've done here is we've shown you placing all those spices and greens into the mince. What we've done now is start the mixing procedure. We're going to mix it well. It's going to take good 5 minutes to mix it nicely, put all the spices through so they can work out properly into every bit of the chicken breast mince. It's starting to look already very nice, beautiful. Here is the mix. We mixed well all the spices and greens, and everything should produce a proper flavor, as is proper combined. Everything is properly combined now. What we do is leave it overnight in the fridge for it to work out properly, but we will test all the spices and salt content now. What we're going to do is take a bit of out and make a one kebab and check the content, and if anything needs to be added, you can add at this stage. If you prefer more spices, if you prefer more salt, you can add at this stage, and then you leave it for overnight for it to set properly and work all the spices through the meat properly. To test the salt and spice content, just take one kebab worth of mix and make it into sort of a round sort of disc and place it onto the fry pan with a bit of oil on a non-stick. Again, you can make these kebabs under the grill or onto the oven. All taste different, but we're going to test the salt content and make them onto the non-stick. We just placed the kebab onto the non-stick pan. Bear in mind, cook it on a very low heat so that do not burn it, and you've got to cook it throughout. So that's why you got to cook it on the lowest possible setting and turn it over very few times. Kebabs are nicely changing color. Bear in mind, keep the heat low and keep tossing them every few minutes, 1 minute. You've got to toss them between 2 to 4 times to get the kebabs done from both sides. I would say minimum 2 times on both sides, or up to 4 times on both sides to get them nicely flavored and beautifully done. As you can see, they are half done now, but we're still cooking on a very low flame. Kebabs have been cooking for about 20 minutes on a very low flame. We've been tossing them every minute or so, so we've done them for about 4 times so far. What has happened is we cooked them for about, it's been 20 minutes now on low heat, and as you can see, they are beautifully turning out. This is how a kebab should look like. You see the dark sort of a brown on there appearance makes it a beautiful flavor. It's a sort of barbecued caramelized flavor. So we'll just going to take them off and we'll present you the taste. What a beautiful texture, beautiful color. There you go. We just cooked a couple of them to see the salt content and the taste and the spice, which is perfect. We cooked it for about 22 minutes on a low heat and tossed them a few times before they change to this sort of color. They're awesome, they're delicious, one of my favorite. Here what you can do is, if you think the spice is not enough, you can add more. If you think the salt is not enough, you can add more salt. But since our mixture has been perfect, what we're going to do is put it in the fridge overnight and then make those kebabs, and then we'll put them singly into the tray, freeze them, and then put them in a bag for a later use. And we will also eat them fresh as well. I hope you have liked our recipe. Please share our recipe and our channel across the web with the others, and also subscribe to our channel. Also press on the bell icon. If you like us to make anything else, please let us know and give us your feedback on the comments. Thank you very much.